Shout out Luke. Shout out Luke. First, I can't. First, I wasn't gonna drop a vid, but then I seen JxmyHighroller drop a vid. I'm like, this. I guess I got time. I guess it's meant to be for me to talk about this, bro. Luka Doncic was the Mavs, man. Why would you trade Luka Doncic? That's what the world want to know. They came up, they said, let's put in the AirPods. They said, Nico, if I catch you, it's over. Don't even plan on going home that night if I catch you. Don't plan on going home that night if I catch you in GTA. Let me catch you in GTA, it's over with. It's over with. But he was talking about defense. Now, I understand. Luka can be a liability on defense. He don't give it his all on defense. It's easy to fix. Get a high-tier perimeter defending guard. If I had to choose, Kyrie got to go. I'm sorry. Be getting a high-tier perimeter guard. That's on defense. That's a defensive player and a catch and shooter. And then we get a small forward. Defender and he can drive. We need somebody else to relieve stress off of Luka on offense. So we're gonna get another defender. Everybody on the team should have defense. And then another attribute. What in your mind made you think AD defense is more important than Luka offense? Instead of trading anybody else on the team to help Luka on defense, we trading Luka. Get to the bed, bro. I'm finna, Nico, let me catch you. Let me catch you in GTA, fo. Let me catch him. Well, I ain't say what we was watching, bro. The craziest trade in NBA history, bro. It don't make sense, bro. When I seen the message when my cousin figured it out and he sent it to the chat, I'm like, this is too goofy for him to make it up himself. Somebody must have hacked somebody's account and posted it. That's what went through my head. This is too outlandish for him to post. I mean, for him to just say out of nowhere. So I'm like, somebody must have hacked the account and he believed it. Or he got cooked by Barstool Sports. That's the only two options that went through my head. I'm like, why would the Mavs ever give up my GOAT? Here's my rankings for my GOATs all time. D-Wade, Bird, Pippen, Hakeem, Luka. Those my GOATs in order, bro. Now, AD was one of my favorite players until he went to the Lakers. I was like, you know what? I don't even care no more. AD, you was my man on the Pelicans, but I fell off of AD when we get to the Lakers. Let's get to the vid, bro.
There aren't many things that can stop the entire NBA world in its tracks at 10 p.m. on a Saturday night.
Bro, why will you post? See, look, Rudy Gobert got to catch it straight. Go to the crib, Rudy. We don't want to hear you talk. You're trash. You're buns. This the dude that mouthed you for game last year. Shut up. Shut up. Look, shut up, Rudy. Shut up. Don't talk.
Did someone score 100 points? Did LeBron hastily retire in the middle of the season? What, did Michael Jordan come back out of retirement? What could possibly get everyone riled up out of nowhere? Oh my God. We all said in unison as news broke.
It's the fact, look at what they got. Look at what they got. In my mind, I'm like, if Luka keep losing, he gonna go to the Nuggets with his boy Jokic. That was my thought process. And I wouldn't have been mad. I can't hold him hostage on the Mavs if they don't want to help him get a ring. I thought he was gonna go to the Nuggets. And they was gonna kill the league for the rest of their career, bro. That's what I thought was gonna happen. Or I thought Jokic was gonna come to the Mavs. Those was the two things I thought. But no. We got Bron and Luka. They fit as a unit, bro. I know Bron finna retire, but still, gang. Still. Come on, bro. Play the vid.
That the Mavericks traded Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I figured this was just some big elaborate hack job, and I was waiting for follow-up.
Why didn't we get a veto from Adam Silver himself? Veto the trade.
Tweets saying, false alarm, the Mavericks actually aren't brain dead. I can't believe you guys fell for it. But within minutes, it was clear that this trade was unfortunately very real, and the Mavericks are in fact out of their minds. The same player who Mark Cuban said he would rather leave his wife before giving up, the same player who was responsible for a third of the organization's finals appearances, the same player who by the grace of God miraculously fell into their lap 7 years ago, is now gone. And after looking at the reported
Bro, it can't be real.
Details of this exchange, how it went down and who was involved, this is, without exaggeration,
He better be fired by the end of the year.
in NBA history. Today's video is sponsored by an $1 wager at an event with DraftKings Daily.
I'm not betting on
New
nothing.
customer $200 King Sport AD trade. Now that we've had about a day to digest the LUKA AD trade, by now the reality of the situation should be setting in. It has not. A trade so insane that fans are now theorizing if the league did it for the sake of ratings. Imagine concocting a deal so heinous that your fans literally think you're doing it for clout. That is how crazy this trade is. And there's about a dozen reasons why this is legitimately the most shocking deal we have ever seen. First, according to multiple sources, none of the players even knew this trade was happening. Not LUKA, not Anthony Davis, not even the Lakers GM LeBron James. As some sources put it, this deal materialized in the shadows. In the shadows? What is this, the Illuminati? What do you mean in the shadows? And turns out this was the cleanest way this deal could have gone down. Because the next component that makes this truly the craziest trade to ever happen, LUKA never requested a trade. He's been in Dallas his entire career, and outside of a few rumors, nothing suggested he wouldn't be a lifer in that organization. There wasn't any buildup, there wasn't any reports of a disgruntled LUKA making demands. It just happened, out of the blue, which is Number 3, the Mavs just traded away a top 3 asset in the NBA without even shopping him. No bidding wars, no asking around in a...
Bro, I can't watch this video, bro. I cannot watch this video, bro. Give me a second. Give me a second, bro.
Assessing other offers, they just made the call to the Lakers and accepted the deal. Can you imagine the haul Dallas would have got if they actually shopped LUKA around the league for a couple of months? Oh, you want to give us LUKA? Here is our entire franchise, the players, the coaches, the building, the staff, my firstborn child. Take it all. Thanks for doing business. I'll figure out the details later. If Rudy Gobert is worth 2 starters, 5 first-rounders, and a pick swap, if Mikal Bridges is worth 5 first-rounders, a second-rounder, and a swap, if an aging Paul George is worth a rising SGA, 5 first-round picks, and 2 pick swaps, can you imagine what a prime Luka Doncic would have fetched to the right team? Oh wait, I know, a 31-year-old Anthony Davis and a thank you note. It makes no sense.
When I seen this, bro,
They could have got anybody in the league besides Giannis, Jokic, and SGA. Literally anybody in the league besides them players right there. Sixers would have traded Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid to them if they wanted it. And Wemby. Wemby was untouchable too. But them was the only people that... Forget the Spurs probably would have did it too. My gosh, bro.
And that brings up reason number 4. The Mavericks were just in the finals last year. We've seen players sign with other teams after a finals run. We've seen players demand trades after a great season. But we have never seen a team willingly cough up a megastar after being just 3 games away from winning a championship. It's unthinkable, because reason number 5, it's Luka freaking Doncic. You do not trade Luka Doncic. If you were to rank players in the NBA on their trade value, starting with the players who are the most untouchable, non-negotiable, hang up the phone, and down from there, Luka is probably third or fourth on that list. The only two players definitively ahead of him are Wemby and Jokic. Now just try to wrap your head around the deal a team would have to offer in exchange for Nikola Jokic, or what the Bucks would get in return for Giannis. Here's a hint, there isn't one, because they would never trade them away. The deal doesn't exist. Tim McMahon of ESPN reported that Dallas had two major concerns in regards of Luka's future with the franchise. The first one being his massive $345 million 5-year extension, which he would have been eligible for this summer, and the second concern being his health and conditioning. In other words, the man was out of shape. So let me get this straight.
Why does that matter? Why does that matter? Who on the face of the planet do you need besides Luka Doncic? You can't tell me anybody. You can't tell me anybody. There's nobody in the world that you should want besides Luka. Unless their names start with an N, a S, or a W. Those are the only people I will take above Luka. Meaning, I wouldn't mind having them players other than Luka. Unless you're going to get SGA, unless you're going to get Jokic, unless you're going to get Wemby. What do you need? What do you need this money for? I understand, bro. And if you did have to trade Luka because it's conditioning, it's so no team would have batted an eye if you would have asked for their whole organization. If you would have asked for everybody on their team, they would have gave it to you. Why are you just going for AD? Oh my gosh, bro. Like, I don't understand this, bro. I don't understand it.
Dallas Mavericks just traded away the best player of a generation, the future of their franchise, and the man that just got them to the finals on one leg because he put on a few pounds. For fuck's sake, Zion Williamson ate his way into load management, and he has spent the last 6 seasons in and out of rehab, and the Pelicans are still sticking by him. Now, Zion didn't deserve that stray. Seems like a nice guy. I wish him the best. But you get the point. We are now over a decade into the process, and the Sixers have yet to move on from Embiid. It's one thing for a franchise player to want out, to sign with another team if they aren't happy and the opportunity presents itself. But for a franchise to pull the trigger and get rid of a megastar in his prime because of constant conditioning issues is criminal. There's really no precedent or great comparison for a trade like this. Because in the past, even when teams did trade a superstar, there was context behind those trades that at least made it seem justifiable. Either the star was exiting their prime and the team was trying to salvage some value before they inevitably left, or despite how good the star was, the team wasn't finding much postseason success and wanted to go in a different direction. Or the star was bound to leave anyways, made it known, and the team had no leverage, so they were essentially forced into the trade. This deal between the Mavs and the Lakers has none of those elements involved. Luka didn't request a trade, he's 25 years old in his prime, and the Mavericks championship window just opened up. Now, as a Blazers fan, I am painfully aware of how hard it is to get your hands on a true franchise player. Painfully aware. In our team's entire 55-year existence, we've had 3. The first one got hurt, the second one was incredible, the potential third one got hurt, and the actual third one was also incredible. That's about one superstar every 20 years. What does the lackluster history of my team have to do with this trade? Well, because the Mavericks should know a thing or two about keeping their hands on a generational talent. Because in their franchise's history, they've only had 2 of them, Dirk Nowitzki and Luka Doncic. The first one spent his entire 21-year career in Dallas, facing ups and downs and winning arguably the heaviest and most challenging championship of our lifetime. And the second one, they traded away for AD in a box of scraps after just 6.5 seasons of a promising career. And as every fan of a non-major market team knows all too well, generational talents only come along once in a generation. The Mavericks aren't some hotspot for superstar talent.
Why can I not pause, bro? Let me pause. Let me pause my vid, gang. Like, we not doing that. What I'm saying is, who? After this, nobody's going to Dallas. Nobody was going to Dallas before this, but nobody's going to Dallas now. They got to trade or draft players. they went for AD. They went for AD.
Get real chances to win it all often. Just 3 trips to the finals in 45 years. One of those trips at the hands of the guy who they just sent packing. They cannot afford to roll the dice and hope for greener pastures like some other teams can. You are not the Lakers. You get a player like LUKA and you lock that man in and throw away the key. What are we doing? It could be another 20 years before a player of LUKA's caliber puts on a Mavericks jersey. And the team traded him away because he was mildly out of shape. It makes me sick. This is coming from a desperate man who's got 18 years left before I see another Dame. Which brings us to their second concern. Again, according to sources, the Mavericks were not keen on giving LUKA an extension that would have made him the highest paid player in the league. But if the third best player in the world, who gets better in the playoffs, is a perennial MVP candidate who's hitting his prime, isn't worth paying, then who the hell is? Dallas said that this was a win-now trade, an oxymoron of a statement.
How do you win now? By giving up a top 3 player in the league. They think they are y'all the Grizzlies, folks? The old school Grizzlies when they didn't have a star and they all MVP caliber player and they just what are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? No MVP players? Y'all don't need MVP players?
Considering who they just traded and where he just got them last season, but superstars win championships. Superstars
they going great
also
grind,
cost
bro.
a lot of money.
I'm done with the Mavs, bro. Y'all will never see me talk about the Mavs again. Unless they win a ring this year, I'm not talking about the Mavs again.
Your pockets, how committed are you to actually winning? In what world has being cheap ever won a team a title? It just seems completely counterintuitive to what they're trying to accomplish. Now, the implications of this trade for the Lakers are just as drastic, but for entirely different reasons. For starters, this will be the first time in LeBron's entire career, youth, high school, NBA, a lifetime of basketball, where he won't be the best player on his team, which is already a huge adjustment for him and the team as a whole.
That is funny. I ain't gonna lie, that's funny. But I will say AD did better than him in some seasons, but people was looking at LeBron like it was his team. Now people looking at it like his LUKA team. I will say that. I understand what he's saying.
Whole, but specifically because LUKA and LeBron essentially do the same exact thing. Oversized on-ball floor generals with elite scoring abilities. In fact, they not only have the same skill set, they take on the exact same roles on the court. LeBron has always initiated the offense, even if it meant relegating point guards to other positions. And this usually worked in the past because no one did what LeBron could do nearly as good as he could do it. But now there's a guy who can do what LeBron can do, only better. So that means unless LUKA and the Lakers are okay with him getting neutralized, LeBron will have to truly play off ball and within the flow of the offense for the first time in about 2 decades. 2 LeBrons on 1 team. Sounds great in theory, probably a bit redundant. Which leads me to believe the Lakers are actually playing a longer game with this trade. Sources report that the Mavericks are the ones that approached LA with this trade. And despite the Lakers playing fairly well as of late, I think they knew their chances of winning another title with the LeBron-AD duo was getting slim. So with the option of trading away key pieces and tripling down on a 40-year-old LeBron to carry them to the promised land, or trade for a megastar that just showed up on their doorstep 5 minutes ago, they couldn't book AD's flight to Dallas quick enough. Which makes me think this move was the first step into the post-LeBron era in Los Angeles. As we all know, LeBron will more than likely retire within a season or 2, and the Lakers needed a new face for their franchise. And they just got it. Inexplicably, miraculously, in the most Lakers way imaginable. I always wondered what LeBron's final years would look like, how he would go out, who would be around him.
I gotta watch the
Never
first
in
game
my
together,
wildest dreams did I imagine it would be playing second fiddle to Luka Doncic in a Lakers jersey. All in all, it seems like the Mavericks won this trade, if you zoom way in and look at this in an 18-month window. But zoom out, and the Lakers are looking around asking themselves how they just pulled off a bank heist. With AD, the Mavericks lineup looks good, possibly a winning
This dude, they talking about defense. They kept Klay Thompson. This dude legs don't even work. His legs don't work. Shout out Klay Thompson, bro. I wish you the best, but man, you I don't know. Yeah, come on, bro.
Formula. But the Lakers got Luka Doncic. And in 20 years, fans will look back and wonder how one of the greatest players of all time in his prime was traded away on a random Saturday night.
Yeah, I hate it, bro. I don't know why I just even watched this vid. We don't know. Yeah, man, love y'all. See you next one, man. I don't even care about this no more, bro. I'm done with basketball, bro. Catch me next year. Or the year after that.